What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Q, and I am back. QDog1994 here with a new video, of course, obviously. But besides all of that, I want to wish everybody a happy Sunday. Hope everybody's Sunday is going great. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday. Shout outs to all my subscribers, all 10 of y'all. I appreciate it. We're working on that Billy subscriber though. So, don't forget to like and share and subscribe this video if you're checking it out now. It's going to be posted on Facebook, my Getter, my Twitter, Discord, everywhere. And I see a lot of lurkers out there, like on my analytics, those who watch the videos but aren't subscribed. So, subscribe. Leave in the comments what you would like me to react to or read or anything. Because right now we're doing Dune book readings 1. And honestly, I'm actually enjoying the book a lot. Regardless of the activity that's going on in the videos. I'm gonna continue to do this. I don't do videos for views or any of that. I do it because I thought YouTube was a good spot to get your voice out and just talk about what you want to talk about on there. If I can get, well, like I said, if we're trying to get to 1 billion subscribers. All right, I didn't come here to take part. I came here to take over. That is always going to be my main mission statement until I reach that 1 billion subscriber mark. But until then, like I said, I'm not doing this for views or subscribers. I'm just doing it for fun. But that is a hindsight goal. But anyway, the subject of today's video is something very near and dear to my heart. One Piece. One Piece. I don't know if you guys seen my earlier video on this subject, but there was recently a study showing about most popular animes in the U.S. states, and One Piece was winning by a fucking mile. By a freaking mile. And I'm not surprised. With what Marvel and DC, the trash they've been coming out with, if I can borrow a word from As Hill versus Babyface, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, go check him out. Selfless plug right there, but I don't care. What does Az always say? Manga, quit laughing. All right, because they laughing at y'all right now, Marvel and DC. Y'all haven't came out with any fire. What was that one that came out a minute ago? It was very recent, or not very recent, but pretty recent considering that Spawn comic. And I've been trying to get my hands on it since I've heard about this doing so well in comic book sales. Because I read comic books. I'm not one of those dudes that just comments like, this comic book culture has changed so much. Dot, 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 without actually having read the old comic books. I got into older comic books though when I was a little older. I won't say like the age I am now because I'm 27 now. I got into older comic books at around like 14, 15, and I just because before that I was just strictly book reading, and I didn't realize that there was this whole culture of writing that was quick and to the point, and it had these stories that would just blow my mind, man. Some of the older Batman comic book stories are, there's just no comparison to now and today. And the same with Superman, any superhero really. If you go back and read their old like runs or their old arcs, if you want to go into the anime style of things, they don't match up with their counterparts in today's culture and society. Now, if you read the stories and try to follow along, you probably still won't be able to tell where they exactly changed. And I might do a video on this later. But there are a lot more knowledgeable channels on comics than me. Nerdrotic would be one. As Hill versus Babyface, the channel I mentioned before, is another. I'm just a young brother out here just giving my opinion on the subject. And I think personally that they are right about Marvel and DC. If they keep going down this route, there will be no more customers for them to sell to. And with that subject, let's get back to the One Piece talk. Because now we're doing a deep dive on the One Piece Netflix adaptation. All right? So let's just go ahead and look at some of these articles right now. I filmed this earlier. My phone died, so I had to kind of redo this. Um, all right, let's go to this first tab. Alrighty. Netflix, One Piece, live action remake, cast, release date, and everything we know so far. All right, I'm gonna keep my eyes on this, and I'm actually gonna check out the Netflix adaptation, if only for reactionary purposes, and to give you guys like my review on the episode. And this is one thing, this is one subject I feel completely confident talking about because I was a kid when I seen the first episode of One Piece on 4Kids TV. Like, I don't know if they're still going right now, but that was like my generation's Saturday night television or Friday night television. I forget when it came on, but 4Kids TV and Toonami were the top 10 things as like a younger kid and an older teen was what I used to watch all the time if I watched cartoons. I don't normally watch them that much anymore. Like now, I'm more into live action shows. I think that's just the natural progression of when you get older. You kind of generally leave the animated stuff behind. Not always, because I still watch anime, and that right there should go. That right there should prove a point to everybody out there that cartoons don't necessarily have to be for children. Like anime, there are some animes that are made for children. There are some animes like Attack on Titan for one, which I would not recommend to your younger kid. Not that what well, at least not without parental advisory around, because there's some themes and aspects in that show that are just very dark. And Luffy and Co are coming to Netflix, so I am super excited. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm very worried. I am very worried. Because this has been a series. This is almost like the Doctor Who of it's a very close like making a comparison. This is pretty much almost like a Doctor Who. The only fact is the main difference between Doctor Who and this is I'm not going to say runtime. I want to say the aspects of what they might change because it is a Netflix adaptation. So they will not, I repeat, they will not stick to the story exactly, which is understandable. You can't put everything that's in a cartoon in a live action TV show. What I really hope for is that, in the words of Gary from Nerdrotic, you respect the fucking story that you're adapting. You stay as close to the lore as possible and you don't add anything. You don't add anything that doesn't need to be there. All right? That's my main worry. That's all I give a fuck about. All right? Um that's where my worry comes in with this series because um the One Piece franchise has recently crossed the two massive milestones with 100 manga volumes published and over 1,000 episodes. And I want y'all to just look at that: 100 manga volumes and 1,000 episodes. Now, this is not unheard of. I mean, Arthur is, I think, America's longest running cartoon or close to it, which surprised the hell out of me when I looked it up because I always wondered what was our oldest cartoon. What was back then that is still now? And I think it's Arthur, and then there's like two more that are pretty old cartoons that they still do like the reruns for. But yeah, the fact that this is still going and it's not reruns. These are fresh episodes. New shit is happening. This is why I think people like One Piece, because it's not a story that just goes on too long for no reason. The story goes on, and it is a long story, but it has plenty of reason for being this long. The One Piece in itself, like I said, nobody, and that's the beautiful thing about this story, I think nobody really understands. Nobody except Oda knows what the fuck the One Piece is. Nobody. Everybody knows where it might be located. Everybody has the idea. No, I'll take that back. Everybody knows where it's located, but nobody knows what it is. They don't know if it's a weapon, if it's a devil fruit, if it's an ancient weapon. Nobody knows. And that right there is beautiful storytelling, because you've been going for 100 manga volumes and 1,000 episodes, and you've given the barest hints as to what the One Piece actually could be. There are so many theory videos out online as to what the One Piece is. And now, recently, we found out devil fruits can awaken. And this was like not even at the beginning of the manga. This was towards the middle part to where we are now that we found out that these devil fruits have an awakening and it makes them 10 times more powerful. So that's why I personally love One Piece's story. It is an evolving story, and it's not long for no reason. CG. That's cool. I don't know if that showed up in the video. I just got a notification from another channel. But either way, we're going to finish this video off here in a second. I just want to get what Oda's thoughts on this Netflix live series. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, since we're doing a deep dive, this picture right here, this is not Photoshop. This is the actual cast of the One Piece show. The guy on the far left is supposed to be playing Luffy. Now, I'm not going to judge any of these guys before I actually watch the show. Except Usopp. Usopp, he better be coming with it, because I don't know about it. I don't know. They better have the good-ass costume, and he better be playing Usopp-san right. Otherwise, I'm going to be very upset, because those are one of my two favorite characters. Luffy, I guess the big three would be, the big four for me would be Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, and Usopp. And the only reason Usopp is up there is because Usopp represents us, bro. He's basically like the most regular character on the ship of One Piece. He doesn't really have that power factor that Zoro, that Luffy, that Sanji carry with them. But he ain't a weakling. I want that understood. He ain't weak. And I just hope this guy can portray Usopp correctly and do it with dignity and stay as close to the character archetype as possible. And I hope that not just for Usopp, but for all the characters, that they stay as close to the character archetype as possible. And I have a little hope for this series because the fact that they said Oda was attached to it. Now, how much Oda is attached to it, I don't know. That's what really worries me. If he has full complete creative control, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still kind of worried because Netflix is notorious for throwing in shit that doesn't need to be there, like identity politics, feminist movement bullshit, all this stuff. And I have nothing against these organizations or these movements if they're legit and they're trying to be real with their stuff. But I do have a problem with it, even if they're trying to be legit and real with their stuff, when you interject it into my entertainment. And that's not a dig at y'all. That's just saying, why not make your own anime and make it just as popular or whatnot? And that's the argument I have for all these comic book creators too. You think Batman started off as popular as he did? You think Superman started off as popular as he did? No, they were stories that somebody put out there and they put in the work to get people to recognize these characters. And people recognize these characters because of the fact that the stories that they put them in were stories that people could, even if they couldn't see themselves in that story, it opened your mind to thought, like, what would I do in this situation if I were Batman? What would I do in this situation if I had Superman's powers and I was Superman? I don't need Superman to look like me to put my mind there. I'm a great empathizer. So don't just, I guess, wrapping up this video, because it's going on 15 minutes and I didn't plan on making it this long. Wrapping up this video in a nutshell, Netflix, as a huge fan of One Piece, don't fuck this up, because I don't think it's going to affect the manga or the anime. Those stories are already solid. They're there. They have a strong fan base, and they're not going anywhere. But if you really want to take your platform to the next level, stop disrespecting anime with your adaptations and adding shit that doesn't need to be in there. Just do the story how the story was written. And if you can't put something in there, just cut it out. Don't add anything else in there for what you cut out. Just move on to the next part of the story. Don't do that shit. I hate when they cut stuff out and then they'll be like, well, we cut this out, so let's add some identity politics, or let's make Usopp eat chicken and watermelon. It's like, don't fucking tokenize my characters for your bullshit unconscious racism. All right. Just follow the story, and we'll all be good. I won't make any more videos. I will make videos, but I won't be talking stuff on you, Netflix. And I'm damn sure not going to talk stuff on Oda, because if it turns out shitty, I'm blaming you, Netflix. You. Not Oda. You. Because Oda has already done his due diligence, made the story. All y'all had to do was copy and paste it onto your platform in live action. So if it fucks up, Netflix, this is on you. All right, 16 minutes into this video, we're done. All right, I got my rant out. I said what I had to say about this Netflix One Piece adaptation. This is QDog1994. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to try and get this video out there to other influencers, or not other influencers, but other people that I trust. And, you know, hopefully they'll share it out. And, you know, we're on that road to 1 billion subscribers. So I'm trying to, you know, use different avenues to get to help this channel grow and be successful. So it's been your boy QDog1994. I'm out. I will catch you in the next video. Your boy's gone.